Hello and welcome to your daily dose of complete health with your local chiropractor, Dr. Patrick Hogg. Please like and subscribe for more videos.
Has anybody ever told you the three main causes of pretty much all disease and dysfunction on the planet? The three main causes of pretty much all disease and dysfunction on the planet. Now, there may be some very small, very rare conditions that are typically maybe not linked with these three things, but these three things are pretty much linked with almost all diseases. And they actually think about 98% of diseases are triggered by these different types of stress on the body. So when we look at disease and dysfunction, a lot of us think, say for example, if we have a physical pain like shoulder or joint pain, that we're always going to have a physical thing that's actually going to trigger that pain or problem. But actually, is that always true? Because like I say, in chiropractic, we really talk about three different dysfunctions that will trigger disease within the body. And when we talk about disease, we're not necessarily talking about being sick or having some sort of ailment, but we're talking about disease when the body is not functioning at 100%. That might even just be joint stiffness, feeling under the weather, being tired, etc. And as that progresses, this may then manifest into more serious conditions such as disease like cancer, diabetes, heart disease, joint pains, etc. However, have you ever really thought about the three different categories of things that we could be doing to our body that could be stressing us out, that could be causing those dysfunctions? So when we look at those three things, there are three different things that I've identified that definitely cause dysfunction with most of my clients, and we can link everything back down to one of these three. Physical stress, chemical stress, or emotional stress. And really interesting enough, if you really think about it, is what you're eating contributing to your joint pain and sciatica, or your headaches, or your shoulder injury? Because when you start looking at the foods that you eat, are you getting the right kinds of proteins, the right kinds of fats, the right kinds of nutrients, etc., that is actually going to help that tissue to repair? Because if you're not putting the right fuel in your car, what's going to happen as soon as you hit the motorway? That car is eventually going to chug and stop, because our bodies are exactly the same. If we do not put the right types of fuel into our body, then things are going to start to change. And just think about it. If you had an argument with someone, what happens to your heart rate? And I would assume that most people would know that the heart rate will start to go through the roof. Now, if we constantly put ourselves through that physical stress because of an emotional stress, is it safe to say that our heart will start to suffer, our blood pressure will start to suffer as a result of that change? And then even the physical stresses. So if we sit, and what a lot of people think with physical stress, it always has to be something like a fall or a bump or a trauma. But what about just leaning forward for 8 hours a day, looking at my mobile phone, which by the way, I have clients that have gone upwards of 8 hours on their phone a day. And even small traumas over long periods of time can start to cause dysfunction. So really, when you're looking at trying to solve your problem, you're really not just looking at physical problems. If you've got a physical ailment, you really want to look at the three different areas of dysfunction: physical stress, chemical stress, emotional stress, and see if we can start making micro adjustments in those areas to start seeing bigger compound effects on our health long term. This is Patrick here from Complete Health. This is your daily dose, helping you to just identify that maybe your cause isn't always what you think it is. Take care for now.